Teenage pregnancy rates across the world have declined in the last 2 decades, except in the Philippines, according to the UN. And as Sohail Rahman reports from the capital, recent government cuts aren't helping the situation.
Vanessa is 20 years old and a mother of 3. She has 2 boys aged 5 and 4 from a previous partner and a month-old baby with her current partner. From a low-income family, she was not given family planning advice, nor were any methods of contraception offered to her. She never thought that having unsafe sex would lead to pregnancy.
It didn't cross my mind that this could happen. My mother just asked me one day why I was not having my period anymore. She said in jest that I might be pregnant. It turned out I was after a pregnancy test.
Vanessa is not the only one. A recent United Nations Population Fund report put the Philippines top of a list of Asian countries with the greatest number of teenage pregnancies. Multiple partners and low condom use were given as 2 factors for the increase in birth rates. The report says 1 in 10 young Filipino women in the 15 to 19 age range is already a mother. That's twice the rate of 10 years ago. In 2012, the Supreme Court ruled that it was constitutional to implement the reproductive health law. That meant low-income earners had the right to family planning services and free contraception. It also meant schools would have to teach sex education, despite the opposition of the Catholic Church, which has a lot of influence in the country. While 80% of Filipinos are practicing Catholics, surveys suggest that the wider public supports family planning, regardless of the position of the Church. A budget of over $42 million earmarked for family planning initiatives has been cut back, at a time when experts want to see a whole new approach to sex education.
The pressure is always on the girls because when we look at teenage pregnancy, it is framed as a girl problem. And yet, if we look at it, it's really half the girl problem and half a boy problem. So the answer to this is to have sex education programs that are aimed equally for boys and girls in the schools.
The population of the Philippines is now over 100 million. The government says it's trying to find ways to provide better access to family planning, but will look to private donors for funds for contraception. Vanessa says she wants to ensure her children get a good education and eventually, when the time comes, the best family planning information too. The question is, how will the Philippines government deal with an issue that is getting more problematic each year? While the laws are in place, it seems no one is willing to take practical steps. The government says it'll address the matter again after the election in May. Sohail Rahman, Al Jazeera, Manila.